Hi, you guys. Welcome to math this morning. Seems like it's been a while since we have been together. A couple of things. First thing is I just want to tell you thank you. Thanks so much for being so awesome, you guys. I have so many of you that are doing so well in this class, and you actually know math now. Like you can do things. You can combine like terms, you can solve equations, you can solve inequalities. Like you're doing really great. Okay, so keep up the good work. All of those solving equation skills that you have, we are going to be using them in your next unit. Okay, today we are going to be starting our graphing unit. And I know that for some of you, the graphing unit in first semester is the part where you got lost. Okay, so let's make sure that doesn't happen again this semester. Make sure that you are coming to class every new lesson, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Make sure that you are watching these video lessons, the entire video lesson. I know they can be boring, but they're not that long. Okay, they're less than 15 minutes. So stay with me, be present, have a piece of paper out, have something to write with, take notes. Ask questions if you need to. If you're confused, you have to let me know that, okay? Today's lesson is actually going to be pretty short and sweet, and there's not even going to really be any practice time after this video. So once you've finished this video, you can take your quiz, and you are excused until Wednesday, okay? And then I'll see you again Wednesday morning. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and start today's lesson on the coordinate plane. Okay, so when we talk about a coordinate plane, we're talking about this, okay? And it's really important that you guys know how to use the vocabulary that is associated with the coordinate plane. Okay, so we're going to talk about each of these things. I bet that you know a lot of them already, okay? So the x-axis, that's this one right here. It's the horizontal axis. It's the one that runs right and left, okay? From 0 moving to the right, the integers increase in value. From the 0 moving to the left, the integers decrease in value, okay? So the x-axis, that is the one that is horizontal. The y-axis, this one right here in blue, you can see that it runs vertical, okay? From the 0 moving up, the numbers increase in value. From the 0 moving down, the numbers decrease in value, okay? So our y-axis, that is our vertical axis. Now these two intersect each other right here at this point. Okay, you can see that that's where the x-axis and the y-axis intersect. That is called the origin. And the location of the origin in the coordinate plane is 0, 0. So that means 0 on the x-axis, 0 on the y-axis. Okay. The next thing we need to talk about is quadrants. So this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, and this is quadrant 4. Okay. Any point that is within quadrant 1 is going to have a positive x value and a positive y value. Okay, so from the origin to get to a point in quadrant 1, we're moving to the right and up. Okay, that's where this positive and positive comes in. Okay, to the right and up. Okay, quadrant 2. To get to any of the points in quadrant 2, we're going to move to the left, and then we're going to move up. Okay, so to the left and up. For quadrant 3, we move to the left and down. So any ordered pair in quadrant 3 is going to have a negative x value and also a negative y value. Okay, so to the left and down. And then any ordered pair in quadrant 4 is going to have a positive x value and a negative y value. So to the right and down. So ordered pairs are always listed x first and then y, okay? The x tells us how many we're going to move to the right or to the left. And the y tells us how many we're going to move up or down. Okay, so these are our vertical movements. That was left. And these are our horizontal. I'm sorry, I mixed that up. These are our horizontal movements, okay? And these are our vertical movements. Okay, so you can see right here this ordered pair, 3, 5. The x is 3, the y is 5. Okay, so the location for this point A from the origin is to move to the right 3, 1, 2, 3, and then up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, for point B is found by moving -3 to the left and up 5. So from the origin, if we move 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3, and up 5, we land right here on point B. Okay, you can see that the x and the y are both positive. For this one, you can see that the x is negative and the y is positive. Okay, so for quadrant 3, our x is -3, our y is -5, so that means from the origin, we're going to move 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3, and down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gets us to point C, okay? So remember the x tells us how many we're going to move to the right or to the left, and the y tells us how many we're going to move up or down, okay? So for quadrant 3, we know we're always moving to the left and down. For quadrant 4, to get to point D, we have to move 3 to the right, 5 down. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gets us to point D. Quadrant 4 is always going to have a positive x and a negative y. Okay? So let's look at point A. What quadrant is point A in? You need to be able to identify that. So point A is in quadrant 1. Okay? The ordered pair for point A, its location. We need to find its location. So what we do is we start at the origin, and remember, the location is always listed x first and then the y. Our ordered pairs are always listed the x first and then the y. So how many are we going to move to the right or to the left? And then how many are we going to move up or down? Okay, so from the origin, to get to point A, we have to move to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so our x is 6. From the origin, to get to point A, we have to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We move up 8, so our y is 8. So the location of point A is 6, 8. It's in quadrant 1, and it's at 6, 8. Okay, let's look at B. Point B is in quadrant 2. So to write down the ordered pair for point B, we're going to start at the origin. We have to move to the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since we're moving to the left, that's a -6. We have to move up 1, 2. So that would be a +2. So our x value is -6. Our y value is +2. Okay, point C. So to get to point C, we know point C is in quadrant 4. This is quadrant 3. This is quadrant 4. Okay, so if we want to list the ordered pair or the location of point C, we start at the origin. We have to figure out how many we have to move to the right or to the left first, and then how many we move up or down. So from the origin, we move to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we move down, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be a -4. Okay, so x is 4, y is -4. Okay, so let's go ahead and quickly plot these points. I want to make sure that you guys know how to do this. So if we want to plot point A at -1, 3, we'd go to the left 1, up 3, 1, 2, 3. There is point A. Okay, point B at -5, -2. So we go to the left 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 2, 1, 2. Right here would be point B. Point C is at 3, 1. So from the origin, we move to the right 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we move up 1. So that would be point C. Point D is at 5, 0. So from the origin, if we move to the right 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up or down 0, we know that point D is right here on the x-axis. And then the last one, point E at 3, -5. So from the origin, we move to the right 3, 1, 2, 3, down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be point E. Okay. The last thing that we need to talk about today is a relation. And we're going to talk about domain and range and function. And I might actually run out of video taping space here. I can only tape for 15 minutes. So you might have to join me in video 2 in a minute, but we'll see how far we can get with this. So a relation is a relationship between sets of values. In math, the relation is between the x values and the y values of ordered pairs. The set of all x values is called the domain, and the set of all y values is called the range. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and list the ordered pairs for all of these points. Okay, these would all be considered a relation. So for point A is at to the left 4, up 4. Point B is to the right 1, up 1. Point C is to the right 4, up 4. Point D is to the left 4 and down 3. Point E is to the left 3 and up 1. And point F is to the right 4 and down 3. Okay, so this is our relation. The domain would be all of our x values. Okay, so -4, 1, 4, -4, -3, and 4. So if we were asked to list the domain, that would be all of our x values for this relation. The range is all of our y values. Okay, so remember, these are our x values, these are our y values. So if we're going to list the range here, it would be 4, 1, 4, -3, 1, -3. That would be our range. Okay, so this would be our domain right here, and then this would be our range right here. And I'm sorry, you guys, I'm gonna have to join you in the next video, okay? So hop into the next recording and I will see you there and we'll finish up. We just have a few more minutes left to go.